Hypnotic stars the guy that kind of looks like Batman and sort of looks like Daredevil as a cop investigating a series of bank robbers.
No shit.
During this, he is mixed into a conspiracy to find his missing daughter.
Give me back my son!
All while the writers of a heist movie watched Christopher Nolan's Inception. Pop Tot, Hypnotic was my choice. What did you think of today's Lost and Found title?
Well, my first question is, where in the hell did you find this movie?
Directly up your ass and to the left. Okay.
I have no idea. I saw a trailer for it a long time ago.
Get back!
Hypnotics make everything that you see and do feel perfectly normal.
I kind of feel like I was Inceptioned because I don't remember ever seeing one trailer. I mean, this is not like a Steven Seagal straight to video or even Nick Cage.
No.
This is Ben Affleck.
Yeah, it's $65 million budget, just swept under the rug.
I don't remember one trailer for this movie.
I saw a trailer and then I was like, oh, I want to see it. And then I don't think it went to theaters, and then I just forgot about it. And I saw it on Peacock and I was like, F it.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Yeah, it was confusing AF.
I'm under this like hypnotic spell and being kind of taken through this fantasy. So it's really my fantasy of what a detective's like. It's not really a real detective.
It's both good and bad.
And that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a... I can't do it.
No, right, absolutely. It's good and bad, and it's like it just felt like the writer's room was like, and then everybody will think this is happening, but it's not, and then everybody will think this is happening, but it's not. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is killing my brain.
This movie had the most twists and turns of any movie per capita I've ever seen. It like the movie just constantly has another door.
You want to explain that to me?
And you're like, wait, what? And it
had J.D. Pardo in it. It had Jackie Earl Haley in it.
Yeah, William
and
Fichtner's
like,
the bad guy. Yeah,
but it had like, it was trying, but it almost like tried just a little too hard, and
then not enough. Yeah.
There was just parts where I was like, oh, I'm bored to tears. I don't know, like the climax, the apex of the movie was like the last 15 minutes of the movie. And it was so much that I felt like I was having a brain aneurysm.
Yeah, the movie is basically an Inception ripoff. It relies on this hypnotic thing that certain people can control.
It's very hot today.
Go to red alert. Go to red alert. Red alert.
People's brains and make them see certain things, and I was hoping the movie would just go full weird, and at 100,000% just goes full weird. You get the whole Inception, streets pulling up, streets not being there, it's people's brains being erased. It's insane.
And then at one point you find out that everything you knew about Ben Affleck's character Daniel Rourke and the woman he was with, they actually belonged to a secret government organization of real estate agents.
The red jacket thing was a little weird. It's William Fichtner's the bad guy, and he can tell people what to do. Ben Affleck's trying to stop him, but there's a whole lot else going on.
This is something that a lot, even the big tentpole movies fail to think about is secret government organizations don't print that they're secret government organizations. They don't wear red jackets and the head bad guy's wearing a red tie.
Yeah.
Shield has shield stuff all over their damn cars. You know, it's like,
well, and it's another reoccurring, I guess there's three things that make a Lost and Found movie to me. One of three things is too many bad guys, a MacGuffin, or the movie feels like it's on fast forward. And this movie is on 5x fast forward.
Wait a minute. What's wrong with this picture? Or what's right with this picture?
You are just going. Like, it's 30 minutes, and it's just like, I have, like, the movie immediately starts with a bank robbery, and you're like, whoa, wait, what's going on? And you're like...
Both inside jobs involving people with access. Both hit the safe deposit boxes, but take only one box. Ben
Affleck's just Ben Affleck. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I kind of liked it.
Where is she? Where are we?
He still had his Batman training because he was doing the Bruce Wayne voice through most of the movie.
Messing with us. Hell, our own guys run on this one.
I saw the way he looked at me.
He knows. He has the power to wipe out the entire human race, and if we believe there's even a 1% chance that he is our enemy, we have to take it as an absolute certainty.
Yeah, he looked really good, and there's some scenes in this movie that I really love. There's a scene in particular where they have Alice Braga's character locked up, and they're in this cells, and William Fichtner gets to his partner and goes after Alice Braga's character because she's got to die, and they basically become like zombies. And the lighting, there's this blue tint with this red tint, and his Ben Affleck gets in a tussle. He's got him like chained up, and he's sitting there ripping his arm off, and it's like to try to get to Alice Braga, and it looks incredible. The sound, the way it's designed, it looks so cool.
Next!
You pull his hand off.
Next!
And I was like, that's exactly what I wanted. And then it just kind of, there's just kind of a lot of scenes.
I really feel like maybe I was in a coma or something when this movie came out, because I mean, we're not talking we're not talking about 5 years ago straight to video or a Lifetime movie of the week. This had a high production value. It was directed by Robert Rodriguez, directed and paid for it out of his own pocket, from what I understand.
And then it bounced around like a bunch of different distribution companies. Like, nobody wanted it, but it had Ben Affleck. It had, the premise is good. I mean, it's basically Inception, let's be honest.
Sound, voice, locking eyes. Hypnotics use them to make you see a version of the world that doesn't exist.
Create and perceive our world simultaneously, and our mind does this so well that we don't even know what's happening.
When you get a plot like this, and I've used this analogy before on my main channel, it's like a rubber band. How many pencils can you stuff in the rubber band before the rubber band snaps, which is to me the narrative or the film. And this movie, it just keeps stuffing shit in, and you're just like, okay, and it's just, and eventually it kind of bursts.
His journey and his, to strive to not only survive, but to survive that emotional journey that he's in right now, and then to begin to understand that the world is not what we think it is, or even he thinks it is.
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
And it's whether or not you like it enough to enjoy the ride, and you really need like a Christopher Nolan to keep this shit together.
Nolan probably could have threaded the scenes together better, and the big reveal and all that stuff. I think there just could have been a little more you know, kind of thing. It just, it was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it had that crescendo build up, ironically a domino aspect like Nolan likes to do, but when it got there, you're just like, oh.
Just restored a portion of his power. Each one, he's gonna get stronger. He gets the last one, there's no stopping him.
Okay, you have to stop the Q-tip when there's resistance.
The soundtrack was pretty decent. It really kind of played your emotions. The only thing, there's probably about a third of it where the soundtrack was higher than the dialogue.
Yeah.
Next. Next, it's me.
One of my favorite parts of the movie, they were on the run from the police and they were hiding in a bar, and their disguises were hats and gigantic 80-year-old woman sunglasses that Aunt Vicky wears. It was like giant black sunglasses that cover their entire face. And I'm like, what are we doing?
What is it about these on the run movies? They always stop in some fly-by-night diner and there's always a cop that walks in. Like, I went into a half dozen places in the last couple of days and I didn't want to see a cop.
Just give me a couple of them breakfast tacos. Extra chorizo.
Coffee?
Black and sludgy.
They could have had better in their covert organization red jackets.
Yeah, they looked like Allstate agents or something, or
well, when
or
I was
State
a kid,
Farm.
The biggest real estate agency in the world or in the country was Century 21, and they all wore gold jackets.
Gold jacket, green jacket, who gives a shit?
It's supposed to have this like element of like big action, and it looks like something that was shot on like a YouTube video. It looks kind of goofy and people are getting hit. They hit like a golf cart at one point, and you're like, oh, this is a $65 million budget. Why does it look like a YouTube video?
Something I saw in the trivia was that, you know, Rodriguez always being the ever efficient film director. He shot this in what 40 days.
Yeah, that's impressive.
So that's probably like some of that wasn't even money poor stuff. It was, oh crap, we gotta get this wrapped up.
Finally an explanation.
As usual on Lost and Found, we rate things by loss. You just completely ignore it. Watch MILF Manor season 3. I don't know if that's coming out. I know season 2's out. I don't know if it's any good.
You know, some hot buns. This is firm as hell. Whoever's ass this is a firm ass.
I guess I'll miss it. Or Found, you can watch it on a weekend like we do. Pop Top, where are we putting Robert Rodriguez's Hypnosis or Hypnotic?
I'm not mad at this. I know I say that a lot. I'm not mad at it. I would watch it at least once. I mean, once you watch it, you'll never have to watch it again. But again, folks, this is on Peacock, so you're gonna have to watch 52 freaking minutes of commercials before you see it.
This is war, okay, tall guy? And as far as I'm concerned, you're now the enemy. I'll see you guys in hell. Gattaca!
It's insane. There's Peacock. They really want you to buy premium Peacock so they can stuff your hole with more money.
We're not going anywhere. You will have to get the FBI. Gattaca!
I actually really enjoyed this movie, but it's clearly fundamentally flawed in a lot of ways. It feels like it's on fast forward. The narrative's not very strong. There's not a lot of character development or any characterization, but some of the scenes are pretty cool, but then it feels cheap.
But it did, like, overall, am I wrong in saying this? And I know I'm going to get hit in the comments. It kind of had like an art house film to it.
At some point, the synapses start breaking down.
A vibe to it.
I don't know about that one. Maybe, I guess. I don't.
A little bit.
Sure.
Mind control. Drain bank accounts. Sounds more like my ex-wife.
Take it easy, Nick.
Stuff that they were trying in there that I wouldn't necessarily say a mainstream movie with Ben Affleck was going to try.
Even if you see it at a revival theater, it plays amazing to an audience even today. And I wanted this to have that. So seeing it on the big screen, the imagery is huge. That's why I shot it 235. It was my first widescreen movie. I'd never really done a film widescreen.
I don't know what Robert Rodriguez was trying to. I guess maybe that's where the movie fails. Is I don't know what he was trying to do. Was it an Inception movie? Was it an action movie? Was it a thriller? Was it an art house? I don't know. Because if that's what you're taking away, and I'm taking away something completely different, and we're usually on par, then I don't think the movie did well. What was supposed to do.
That's fair. That's
and I mean, it's $65 million. So I don't know. Maybe this is Robert Rodriguez's Megalopolis or whatever. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
That's impossible.
Yeah,
it's really
just nobody told him no. And some good ideas, some not so good ideas. But overall, I think it's worth watching. I enjoyed it, and it's stupid, but I definitely think it's a one watch. You know the twist, you're done. Let us know what you guys think. If you've seen it, more than likely you haven't, because nobody knows this exists. I don't even know Robert Rodriguez knew he did it. Let us know. Be sure to recommend a movie. Really need to take a recommendation, but we need more comments. Smash the like button and all that. Yeah, so we'll see you guys in the next one.
That's impossible.